Okay, well, my watch shows it's about a minute and a half past 7. So if there aren't any objections, I'll start this off so we can wrap it up quickly. Greetings to everyone here, and I'm going to share my screen real quick. I just have a very small agenda here that I'll show you. So this is kind of my standard intro screen. My name's Alan Scheidler. I think I know some of you at least, most of you perhaps. I'm the regional chair. And the agenda that I have here, I've got three things on the agenda. The one is we have an opportunity here for awards, regional awards. And there are several really nice awards. I'd like to throw these out for nominations from anybody really in the region. We have the Region Award, which is the most prestigious award that we have. There's a Newsletter Editor Award, and there's some mini grants. And the guy that technically is the chairman of the nominations committee is Jim Dole, which Jim, I don't know if I talked to you about that or not. Jim is our new vice chair, who just took over the role here. So he might I might be surprising you, Jim, but um, I don't think
I may have
at
some
this
questions about that, but we can take that offline, just you and I.
yeah,
I
we
want
can
to make
take
sure
that
I'm on the right.
offline.
I want to make sure I'm on the right track.
Um, the only one that I'm aware of for sure is we have one nomination right now for the Region Award, but I don't want to close it down if there's other people that think they have worthy candidates that you want to nominate. If you want to find out about these awards, right here's the link. You just go to our ncral.org, and let me see if I can do that here. I don't know if I can do that.
I think you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, there we go. Here's our website. And if you look under programs, you got awards and mini grants right here. I would urge every one of you to go out and take a look. It describes what the awards are. There's a nomination form for the Region Award. It gives you a list of all the recipients of these awards that we've had in the recent past. And here's the Newsletter Editor Award. And people that have been given that award, and mini grants. And there is a
Arjeen Lorvigen.
there is a monetary award along with the mini
And
grant.
Nancy Arjeen Lorvigen.
Could everybody mute unless they want to speak, please? Thank you. There's a membership recruitment award and an affiliate recruitment award, and you can see a lot of years have gone by without any applicants. So take the opportunity, look those over, see if there's anybody you deem might be worthy of consideration for one of these awards, and you can let me know or Jim Dole or both of us. And if you want our contact information, here's the chair, vice chair, secretary, treasurer, representative to the National Council, newsletter editor, and webmaster right there. Any one of us you can get a hold of from that screen right there.
Al,
Uh,
Al,
yeah, go
can
ahead.
this is Gordon. I assume you got our application. I believe you confirmed that
Yeah,
for our
I
nominee.
did.
Okay,
I
just
did.
double checking.
Yep, I got it. And that was for the region award.
Correct.
But if there's other people that want to nominate, that's fine. We can entertain nominations. I'd like to have more nominations, basically. I hate not making an award, and you can see sometimes that's happened. The Secretary Treasurer, that was the second item on my agenda. Roy Gustafson is our Secretary Treasurer right now, and he is going to be retiring after 10 years of very distinguished service as our Secretary Treasurer. And I'd like to have nominations from the region, to replace him as well. Roy, if you're still online, do you want to say anything?
No, I mean it's not a bad job. I I took it over. Like you said, I think it was 10. I didn't know it had been 10 years, but yeah, it's not. You don't write too many checks a year. Just very few, and there's just publish the financial report in the newsletter, and that's about it. So it's not hard keeping track of the minutes of the meeting at NACRAL convention, and we publish those in our newsletter. So, and you got a week or two before you get to after the convention to get all written up and submitted. So it's not a hard job to do.
Hey, Roy,
Yeah.
this is Gordon. Quick question. Do you
Yes.
use a particular financial software to track things, like Quicken, QuickBooks or something?
No, I just use an Excel spreadsheet.
If it's okay with Al, we'd certainly like to see an example or a copy of one so we can, we're kind of looking at our financials and looking at just different examples. If you could send me a copy, if that's okay with Al, it'd be helpful it'd be really good education for us.
Well, it's just an Excel spreadsheet, and they're published in the newspaper. They're published in our newsletter every quarter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice to have the actual file so I could, play with it, but okay.
Yeah, you can send it, Roy, as far as I'm concerned.
I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Roy.
Sure. Let me know who I'm talking to because I don't know.
This is Gordon Baustian from Cedar Amateur Astronomers. I'm the vice president.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
does anybody else have any questions about the first two agenda items or have any other comments? If not, I'd like to roll into item number 3 there, which is updates and/or presentation about our Eastern Iowa Cosmic Conference, which is going to be hosted by Cedar Amateurs. And Gordon Baustian and Chris Kardos, I think, are both online here. They're the president and vice president of Cedar Amateurs. And I guess at this point, can I stop sharing and let one of you guys take over?
Yeah, you'll need to stop sharing so I can share my screen. All right, I'm going to share my screen here and then we'll get going really quickly. So is everybody seeing my screen okay there? Okay.
Yep.
Great. All right. So again, my name is Gordon Baustian. I'm vice president this year of the Cedar Amateur Astronomers. My colleague,
Gordon,
Chris,
when you switched, we're no longer seeing the screen.
let me try it again here then. How about now?
Yes.
All right. Thanks. My colleague Chris Kardos is on, and we're going to take just a few minutes here to tell you a bit about our Eastern Iowa Cosmic Conference that's going to be here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, May 15th. That's a Friday, and lasting through Sunday, May 17th. The conference agenda actually this year is going to encompass 3 distinct events. The first, of course, is we're calling track 1 is the regional session for 2026, the annual conference. Also, we're having a track 2 for the general public. We are trying to really reach out and make people aware of everything that our club does and all these resources and public events that we do, as well as it's mainly focused for K through 12 learners, as well as STEAM and STEM learners and educators, collegiate learners and educators that maybe just want to dip their toe into the idea of astronomy or the cosmos and what resources are available. Also, we've been very fortunate. We applied for a Harlow Shapley Program Lecturer through that is sponsored by the American Astronomical Society. I think most of you probably realize that they are the professional side of the astronomers, where the Astronomical League, we are the amateurs, and the Astronomical Society has been reaching out, trying to engage more with the amateur side, and they are subsidizing this lecture to come. And one of the requirements is they gives a free open to the public lecture. So that's going to be the Harlow Shapley Program Lecturer. All the formal programs for NCRAL 2026 will be on Saturday, starting in the morning. That's May 16th. So just briefly, the Track 1 agenda. Friday evening, we will be having an informal event at our observatory, the Eastern Iowa Observatory and Learning Center. And that's then the formal program on Saturday. That's going to include the NCRAL business meeting, plenary sessions, Saturday evening conference banquet, and a keynote address, as well as the astrophotography contest, NCRAL and Astronomical League awards. And then Sunday, we have a number of optional tours that we're helping to do at the Collins Aerospace Museum, as well as the Astronomical Clock Tower at the National Czech and Slovak Museum here in Cedar Rapids. It's the only one like it in the North America. It's also called an Orloj. It's modeled after the one in Prague and is actually built and designed by the same engineers that run and maintain that one in Prague. So very exciting. Something that's not very often known, even to our local folks, is that we have a National Radio Astronomy Observatory site right here in River City. It's part of the very long based array out of Socorro, New Mexico, and it's really pretty cool to see. Not very often do you get a chance to go see this 250-ton thing that moves on a dime. Very cool. Also, we're hoping to arrange tours of the Van Allen Space Flight Laboratory at the University of Iowa. So a little more detail, the Friday evening pre-conference venue is going to be at our observatory, as pictured there. Those activities are going to be little tours of our observatory, a catered meal, exhibit demonstrations that we have, networking and informal talks. We're going to have some fun activities that include laser pointers and drone photos, trivia and other fun contests, and a swap meet, night sky viewing should the weather permit. So then on Saturday, the main formal plenary sessions are going to be at a very nice venue downtown, the Doubletree Hotel and Convention Complex. It's very nice. They've been extremely helpful in working with us on that. We have a very impressive lineup of speakers this year. The first plenary is going to be by Dr. Ryan French, who's from the Laboratory for Atmospheric and Space Physics in Boulder, Colorado. He is our Harlow Shapley Lecture Program presenter, and he's going to be talking on how to live under a star. Next is Jasper Halikas from the University of Iowa. He has been very active and was part of the design team for the Parker Solar Probe, and he continues his work here at the university. He'd done his initial work on the probe at UC Berkeley, but has continued his work here at the University of Iowa. And his topic is going to be Touch the Sun, the Parker Solar Probe. Next, we have Dr. Allison Janes, again from the University of Iowa. We've had her several times at our club. Excellent speaker, very entertaining and engaging. And she's going to be talking about Nature's Light Show, the physics of aurora. Then we'll have Dr. Charles Curtin from Iowa State University, and he's going to be talking about stars forming stars, fact or fiction. Then that's going to be followed by Dr. Charlotte Christensen from Grinnell College, and she's going to be talking about and this title. I'm very anxious to hear her talk because of the title, "The Proper Care and Keeping of Galaxies." Then finally, I think it's going to be a very interesting talk by Sean Walker. He's going to be our keynote speaker. He's actually from Sky and Telescope magazine. He's one of the assistant editors, I believe is his official title. But what's really interesting is that he and two of his colleagues started this amateur hydrogen alpha survey of the entire night sky. He started it in 2016, which I just think it's amazing, the results, and I think it's a real tribute to the citizen scientist type of involvement and what amateurs can really do to help advance the science of astronomy. So I think it should be just a great talk. Now, I don't know if anybody has captured the way that we're have staged these plenaries, but we're starting at the sun and working our way out into the universe. So that's the reason we are doing that. On Sunday morning, we're again hoping to do a tour of the Collins Aerospace Museum, and then to visit the astronomical clock or the Orloj at the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library, then to visit the NRAO site at North Liberty, and then hopefully to get to the University of Iowa Van Allen Space Flight Laboratory. Again, I wanted to mention and give a shout out to the American Astronomical Society for their sponsorship of this very prestigious opportunity to have the Shapley Lecture and Program. Dr. French is going to talk with the first talk of our plenaries, but then he's going to pop down to a different ballroom, give a free and open to the public presentation later that Saturday morning. And his talk is going to be different for our plenary versus what he's doing for the Shapley Lecture. When Steve Spangler and I have met and talked via Zoom with Dr. French, very personable, he's very well accomplished. He's did his undergraduate and his graduate training in England, and he's been on CNN and Fox Weather, and has written 2 books, and the third is on the way. So he's very, he's very good with public. So our agenda for track 2 is, again, the public. That's going to be Saturday afternoon from 1 to 4. What we're planning is these very brief and recurring, continuously looping blast talks, I call them. And we have NASA Solar System ambassadors helping with that. A portable planetarium, a solar globe that's been a project by one of our members, hands-on activities, and we're actually hoping to get a weather balloon launch. While that may not necessarily be astronomy, weather and the effects are really part of what we do as astronomy, as well as hopefully, weather permitting, some telescopes and viewing. We're charging $25 for an individual for this because of the cost we have to incur, or $40 for a family, which we think is very reasonable. We couldn't put on this conference without the great help and support of all of these other partners that I've listed here. So also, some of you may not be too familiar with Cedar Rapids. It's a very warm and welcoming community. It tends to be beautiful in the spring, with deep connections to astronomy and aerospace industries, technologically advanced employment opportunities, exceptional educational institutions and programs, and a very diverse array, I should say, of dining, cultural, fine arts, and recreational activities. So you want more information, our website, I think Al had it on his little presentation, but it's pretty simple, just ncral2026.org, and you'll get registration information, detailed agenda and timelines, the speakers' CVs and topics, your banquet choices, a bit about the Shapley Lecture Program, about our sponsors and donors, track 2, and a big list of FAQs and much more. So save that date and plan to join us at the Eastern Iowa Cosmic Conference in May. The thing that I should say is that we opened the website went live about 2 weeks ago, and we've had a very, very nice response. In fact, we basically are sold out of our conference rooms that we contracted for a year ago. We were trying to be pretty conservative, so we didn't incur extra costs, but all the Saturday night rooms are gone. We have 4 rooms available yet for Friday night. So if you're coming from out of town and want to stay, get in early, stay Friday, we have 4 rooms still available at the DoubleTree at the conference venue. We were able to secure extra rooms at different Hilton hotels that are pretty close by and at a nice conference rate, as well as those hotels include a free breakfast. So I would, if you're interested in coming, I would really encourage you to get on early. We have a early bird conference rate that expires March 1st. So get in there for the conference rate early, as well as get your rooms while you can, because they are literally going fast. So any other questions that I can address for anybody on the call?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Gordon, one of my club members asked, now there is going to be some kind of a supper meal Friday night out at your observatory. Is that correct? And is there
That
a
is
cost
correct.
for that?
We're having a catered meal.
No,
And is there a
there is
cost
no,
for that?
there is no cost for that. That's included in the track 1 registration fee.
Oh, okay.
We might have a jar out for some free will donations, but
Absolutely.
totally optional.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Was there another question?
Yeah, this is Randy. Had a question about on the website when it says out of stock, does that mean those tours are not available anymore?
Well, again, when we opened the website up 2 weeks ago, we had such a big response. I mean, everybody wanted to do some of these tours, and so we had to check with the people that provide, or the docents for these tours, and they went, whoa, okay, because it was just overwhelming. So we said, all right, time out. Let's take a few minutes here. We met with, or we communicated and have been talking with the docents and thinking about how we're going to reconfigure those tours. So it's basically a timeout. Let's put this on pause until we can, clarify some of this. I think it would be unrealistic if a person signed up for all 4. I just don't think that, with the timing, to do Collins Aerospace Museum, we have to have a security clearance, so that there's some logistics when you go there, as well as the travel out there, that, just will be time consuming. So it just doesn't seem likely that someone would be able to do all 4. Now, some folks, if they have a spouse or a family, might want to do one or the other while the other person goes someplace. That's totally fine. But we're hoping to open that back up once we get more,
Okay.
clarity on the logistics, and because we had such a vigorous response.
Well, that's great. So right now, just watch the website and see if it opens back up if you.
Yeah.
And if I could comment.
We have the ability to, do a blast email to everybody that's signed up, so we can say, hey, check for these updates. I'm sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to add that because of the great response that we had, and we don't know how many more we will get once we open it back up, we're trying to figure out a way to give preference to those who are coming from out of town for those tours, if there is a capacity limitation, and we expect there will be, because we can arrange for tours of these facilities for people that live in the area, sure, a month later, a week later, whatever. So we haven't quite figured that out. Originally, we thought we would have, one fixed time for each tour. It now looks like the Collins Aerospace Museum can't handle a huge group all at one time, so they may break it up into 2 or 3 tours with 3 different start times, or possibly almost like a I forget the term in golf when everybody starts on a different hole, but they might be able to have multiple docents in there, and people can start at a different part of the museum. They can and run them around, but we haven't worked all that out yet. And
Well, perhaps you might send out a blast email then.
Yeah,
with
once
more information.
once we have, we should probably put something on there to say that these are not permanently sold out. It's just
that'd be helpful too.
Working on some logistics issues.
That'd be good.
So, there's another issue in all honesty with the University of Iowa, the Van Allen Lab. Not only is it the University of Iowa graduation weekend, but all the universities in the whole area have graduation that weekend. And that's one of the reasons why the hotel room situation is so dire. So at the moment, the administration of the Van Allen Hall have told us they don't want to do any tours on Sunday of that weekend. And so even though we have a club member who's a researcher and experimenter down there willing to do the tours, the administration might put the kibosh on that. So we're still keeping our fingers crossed that we can pull that one off, but it is in doubt at the moment.
Sounds good. Thanks for that info.
You bet.
So please visit our website. And like I said, if you register, we ask you to register because part of that registration then plugs you into the email system with our web analytics. So then we can do these blast emails. So please, it isn't like you're signing up your life, but I think people are pretty used to going to like Amazon or these places you got to kind of register. But that's the reason, so we can communicate and get information out very easily with our web analytics.
That'd be a good point to put on the website too, or on your website too, that for that reason, register, because right now it's optional, isn't it? You don't have to register.
That's correct. But if you don't, then, we probably won't have a way to put you on the email blast list when there are updates and that sort of thing.
Or when you return, if you say, hey, I don't know how many banquet tickets or whatever, or you find out, I need one for my wife and 4 kids or something, you'd have to go through the whole process again. But if you're registered, you can just pop right back in.
Yeah, and that isn't a good point. If it wasn't clear, if you sign up for track 1 now, you get the early bird rate up until March 1st. If you decide after that you want to order additional banquet tickets or sign up for additional tours, you can always go back in and add those things later. It's really the hotel rooms and the early bird rate on track 1 that are more time sensitive than everything else.
Great questions, everybody. Thank you very much. Any other questions? All right, hearing none, I'll turn it back over to Al.
Well, thank you very much. I think the Cedar Amateur Astronomers really deserve a lot of praise for what they've done. I just hope everything works out, and really looking forward to it. One question I might have to Michael Thompson. Michael, you're a member also of the St. Louis group, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I would invite them to come up too. It's not a lot different distance wise than River Bend. Might as well come on up and join us.
Yeah, no problem. In fact, I got the email from one of the members of the St. Louis Astronomy that guys were having a little conference tonight, so that's where I got the link from.
Yeah, and if you'd like us to do the same presentation for that group, be happy to. Anything we can do to get the word out, we'll bend over backwards. You give us a date and a time, and we can give this little short presentation.
I appreciate that.
Yep, and feel free to share that NCRAL2026.org website with everybody you can. The more people see it, the more chance we have of getting a great crowd.
Not a problem, sir.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks to everyone for attending. And, if you have any nominees for any of these regional awards that we spoke about, let me know or let Jim Dole know. And if you have somebody that wants to serve as secretary treasurer to replace Roy when he retires, we'd be happy to sign you up. So looking forward to the conference this spring, and I guess if there aren't any more items on the agenda for this evening, I'll turn you all back to whatever it was you were doing before we interrupted you here.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Good night.
Thank you,
Okay.
Al.
Night.
Night, everybody.
Well,
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.